What you mean? See, look at this. Oh, this is what I don't like. Shit I'm not in control of. Oh, fam. Is this even meant to be like that? Go on. The best.
Have you seen coronavirus porn?
This is actually wild.
What's up?
No, it's just a couple of things. Is that one time? Oh, this time. Oh, fam. Oh. This is even time. Let me just well, it doesn't mean time. I think there's a balance on all three sides. Anyways,
beloved, this is the Culture and Camaraderie podcast, the most thought-provoking, introspective, industrious, creative discussion. If it sounds or looks different, because we are literally in different settings right now.
Yeah.
It's absolutely immense.
Oh, it is. Immense.
Wow. Look at this. It's actually wild. Like, the wires are all over my legs and shit. Anyways, what is good? Yeah. I am Damilare from nytypical.net. Our Black era for all your production needs.
Boom, boom.
Anyways, the big bumper clout playboy himself, Wagi.
Sip, sip. Drip, drip.
Chargy.
Yeah. What's good?
Oh,
how you doing?
To war.
What's good?
What's good?
What news you got for me?
Basically, everything is good. I just like being healthy, fam.
Yeah, I appreciate that. I've never been more appreciative of my health.
That's just like the main thing. Like, I just really like it. I really like being able to do whatever I want, whenever I want, and like, yeah, I'm just thankful. I'm thankful for my health, and yeah, like just being able to like walk places and go places without fear of health, which is ironic because everybody's fearing for their health. We actually need to close that door. But see, mamacita, señorita.
Oh, that's still don't close.
Morning, I know, yeah, to the morning night. But me, not me, yeah, I can feel alright. Yeah, as the day go by, we lose light. Oh.
Anyway, so yeah, you're back to full health.
Yeah.
And was out of commission?
To be honest,
related.
I'm still on the fence about everything.
Loki, this is more comfortable though.
This settee is a lot more comfortable.
1,000,000 times.
It's like, yeah, it's different still. I'm actually here for it. But yeah, fam. What are you saying?
Been gravy.
Not that I care or anything.
I'm off for a week next week. So
you're off for a week next week?
Yeah.
What does that mean?
Baby, just means I've got some time to do some more life shit, personal shit, music shit.
There we go.
You get me?
Beautiful. I just
yeah.
want you to know.
Nice to have a bit of a breather. I'll go take some time for myself. I think I'm just going to have one day where I leave my phone here and I just go on a nice long trip somewhere. Even know.
Mad.
I figured it out though. But yeah, other than that, I'm cool, man.
That's good.
I'm good.
Yeah, fam.
As you said, alive and healthy.
Yeah.
Just
I
dealing
really
with all
wanna
this madness, this madness.
Do you know what the difficult thing about this sofa being so comfy is? I just want to lean back.
Yeah.
And we're not allowed to do that.
Why can't you do that? Look.
Because
still in camera view.
No. I've done it before. It doesn't look good. It just doesn't look good. But yeah, oh fam. Anyways, about this corona things.
Coronas.
Expect your coronas. The coro. The coro special.
Expecto coronas.
Expecto coronas, fam. Fam,
Yeah.
I was thinking about it when I was coming here. I was thinking about like how much people are afraid but not afraid. Like London just keeps moving regardless. On a low key
When you
thing.
say that, still wrapping up all the toilet paper in the shops, man. Crazy.
What do you mean wrapping up all the toilet
They're
paper?
grabbing it. There's
Oh.
no toilet. Do you know how hard
Fam,
it is to find toilet tissue?
I've been the
Wrapping up toilet tissue.
I've been. I always have toilet roll.
Man always
kitchen
needs to
roll.
have it on deck.
On deck, like on Deckington, for Rillington. Like I don't know why people are just jumping on my wave, fam. Trying to be on the introvert wave now, trying to stay inside, fam. What are you doing, bruv? I've actually been doing that longer than everybody else has been alive. And now they want to jump on it. Nah, fam.
Yeah, there's
I
reasons
don't
though,
like
innit?
people stealing my
Society.
wave no more, fam. So now I have to go outside all the time. Fearless things. Because, you know, that's the new wave. Go outside during a pandemic and that. That's what you got to do.
You have to do it. Well, it's an essential. It's an essential. It's part of
Yo.
it. You know that herd immunity?
What's that?
Mad. Well, that's the UK's strategy, isn't it? To kind of this idea was it's like just let it ride out. You know what I mean? Don't take any overly drastic measures. I can't remember exactly word for word it says, but this is what I've just been hearing go around in the news. Well, it was in part of Boris's statement, I think. I'm not too sure because I didn't even bother to listen to Boris's statement. Fuck that.
The funny thing is,
but yeah, they're saying something about herd immunity.
yeah,
But there's all sorts of implications with that because it's just sort of, you know, that there's going to be a certain amount of people that die.
I thought about some really
Going through that.
good jokes about Corona, and I forgot them all. That's
We
how you
obviously
know
weren't
this
that
is all
good.
off the cut. No, they are. They were. Don't do
Yeah,
that.
I'm not taking your word for it. Gotta hear them.
They were funny, bruv. But yeah.
But
So
yeah.
herd immunity, so people are just gonna die out no matter what. Is that
Well,
what you
yeah.
said?
Well, look, the thing is, like,
That's the
none of
old
us
school
know.
way.
None of us know what's going on.
That's the
up in the
that's
the
the
House of Commons. man.
evolution way, fam.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it's a weird. Like, to be honest, I probably should have listened to it just so I actually had a grasp of what it is they're going to say. But you always know they're going to chat rubbish, chat bullshit. One minute they say they're not going to do the what's it called, mass. They're not going to cancel all mass gatherings, and now they're thinking about doing it. And
I
you
swear
know what I
they
mean? There's
cancelled all the
flip-flop.
football.
They cancelled all the football, but that wasn't they cancelled it. The Premier League and all the other sports leagues had done it off their own back, as far as I know. Apart from America, not in America. I think that was issued by the government, but I'm not too sure. But I know for a fact that
America's
now they're going to
massive.
implement it. And
I accidentally said that there's more people in Nigeria than America, and that's like a fucking lie.
who said
It's
that?
a fucking lie. I accidentally said that.
Oh, you did.
Yeah, I think about that a lot. I think about all the times I'm wrong a lot. Like, it's devastating. I hate it so much.
You should say it out loud a little bit more, mate.
Devastating. It's absolutely, oh my gosh. No, like there's 120 million people in Nigeria, but there's like 300 and something people in America.
In the whole of America, yeah.
But it's like, oh, fam.
Yeah.
But Nigeria's massive though. That's the weirdo thing.
Mm.
But anyways,
The only thing I'm worried about with the whole virus thing is not even worried, is like I'm more annoyed is how everyone's moving is now summer's just, you know.
what do you mean?
Well, actually, I think we might get better towards the
The
latter
funniest
half of summer.
thing is,
But the way
I feel
everything's
summer
moving,
is gonna be a vibe.
well, you think people are still going to be rolling outside? Yeah,
I
they
don't
probably
care
will be.
what other people are doing. Summer's gonna be a vibe. I'm actually gonna have a vibe this summer. Damn, I was about to say something so incriminating. But yeah, fam, summer's about to be a vibe.
On record.
Yeah, the only reason I always remember that we're recording is because of this, and because I have to worry about the cameras and shit. That being said, didn't do that the first time, but who gives a fuck, my nigga? Real nigga shit. Real nigga. Who the fuck are they, bro?
That's the neighbours.
Oh.
Neighbours. Yeah, because this is a split level apartment.
Good friend.
Because this is London.
Oh, fam. Hey, as I was saying.
But yeah.
I don't know what I was saying actually.
I don't know. At the end of the day,
yeah.
Summer's going to be a vibe.
Summer's
still going to be a vibe.
Gonna be a
summer in London is always
vibe.
a vibe.
Like,
Summer in London is never not a vibe.
I just have to execute this particular thing properly. I just have to execute this particular thing properly.
Locked and loaded.
But it's like so difficult. It's like actually the most difficult thing that I've ever had to approach. So yeah. It's mad. Like yeah. Hopefully, yeah, man. I just like.
What is it that you wanted to approach?
Eliteness.
Oh, just in general.
Making a lot of money. No, it's
Oh,
not. I'm not.
that's why I'm asking.
I'm not talking. I'm not talking about in general. I'm talking about very specific artifacts.
A specific idea that you're putting together.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, like everything has to go to plan. Like this is one of those. Yo. You are about to deliver the best work you've ever delivered in your life. Like, get it together. That's the vibes.
It's lit.
Them are the vibes. But yeah, like what do you want to talk about, fam?
What's on the first on the list?
I don't know. What's the list? I don't run off no list. I do this all the way off the top of my head.
Okay, remember what's the first thing on the chat then?
I said I do this off the top of my head. It's a vibe.
On the contrary, you got a whole list of things. Meghan Markle and Harry.
Whoa, how is it on the top of the list?
No, it's not on top of the list.
Yeah, exactly.
On top of the list, the JPEG Mafia interview.
Oh
Did you
yeah, yeah, I did. Meghan Markle.
Thoughts?
Wow, that's a old school thing, fam.
Yeah, I was surprised why you put that in there, to be honest.
No, because it was important.
Oh, bruh. Do you know what? I'm so slow, but only this weekend I found out that Prince Philip and the Queen were related, second cousins. I only just found that out as concrete information after a discussion. Like, only just.
So you didn't know there was incest before?
Nope.
Like, at all?
Oh. No, actually. No. Not that I deeped it, but because I never really... That's the funny thing is, with the royals, I've never, like, really thought about them. It's not like I was like, oh, yeah, the Queen and that is good or anything, but I was like, I just didn't really care. I was like, whatever. It's none of my business.
That's weird.
I don't back it.
But
as soon as I heard that, I was like, yo, are you for real?
Like, I know a lot about the royal family, weirdly enough.
Mad.
I know a lot about the monarchy.
So
what? So
no, I'm just saying.
Yeah,
no, it's just just riffing off the Harry and Meghan thing.
Yeah,
so.
no, like yeah, it's a bit weird, fam. Still, but that was
very
like
weird. Very
but that happened a lot in high society, quote unquote, like 15, 16. Now,
which obviously.
What's a funny topic that we can speak about?
I don't know.
Yo, I'm not feeling the vibes right now. Where's the fucking vibes, mate? Where's the fucking vibes? Okay.
Oh, we ain't got much in there.
Come, let's just chat about JPEG Mafia, bro. No, like, unless you want to talk about girls, fam. That was a very good question I saw on Twitter.
Alright, go ahead.
I think. No, you chat about JPEG Mafia.
Oh, it's cool. It's cool, go ahead.
No, like, because we're going to have to wait.
We'll just cut it up. It's not that deep.
No, fam. Let me see if I can find
deep.
it. Let me see if I can find it. Because I don't know where it is. That's the problem.
Oh, you don't know where it is?
I don't know where it is.
Okay, JPEG Mafia.
Yeah, fam.
There was a ShetQuest one as well, but JPEG Mafia done an interview with Cambridge Union, so the university.
So gay.
Student union. What?
Yo, somebody told me, we need to stop giving our source to those institutions like they matter.
I kind of agree with that to an extent.
Someone told me that.
But I think in the same vein, it probably does quite. I don't know. Does it really add anything to those individuals' brands? Does it give them a different aspect?
No way. Unless they want to start a speaking career.
Shekwes looked like he was trying to get into his speaking bag, huh?
Yeah, he always does that still. He wants
Is that a Shekwes thing?
Yeah.
Where he stands up and starts talking?
No, it's a Shekwes thing to tell stories like really well. He's like really good at telling stories. He's really good at telling that story. I've heard that multiple times in different ways.
Okay, that's the first time I see Shekwes like that.
So yeah, so we both watched JPEG Mafia and Shekwes, right? And what did we learn from them?
Well, they're saying the same thing, innit?
The weirdo rappers.
They were kind of both. It's funny because they get people like that in there, and it's like they're in these institutions. But the key thing that they're saying is, regardless of what you're doing, you have to be yourself and confidently. That's the crux of well, not the crux of what they're saying, but I guess it's also a kind of thing of knowing yourself. That was a similar theme through what they were saying, especially with Shekwes talking about his roots and him being sent back to Africa by his mom and having to and coming face to face with the things coming face to face with everything that has made him who he is at up to that point, especially speaking to his elders and having to question everything he was doing up until that point, like being involved with certain kinds of people because he was modeling, he had a modeling career at that point, and certain things he was doing that wasn't actually good for him, and the way he was sort of explaining that in terms of his heritage and who he is and everything he's doing with regards to music. So I remember that's the bit I remember from the Shekwes chat.
So like it's weird, like because the JPEG Mafia one, like the guy was asking him questions, innit? Mm-hmm. And the Shekwes one, he was just telling his story. Yeah, it was a bit of a different format. Actually. Yeah. So basically with the JPEG Mafia thing, I actually forgot what he said, but I do remember some bits, like when he's talking about no, let's not talk about it like I said. What the fuck was JPEG Mafia doing at Cambridge, fam? Nah, why are we talking like it's normal, bruv? Who is that dude? Who is that dude?
What do you mean?
Who is that dude?
What? Who is JPEG Mafia?
No, that kid.
The kid.
Got him on,
I don't know.
We ain't spoke about fuck all in 17 minutes. Anyways, yeah, who is that dude?
I don't know.
No, because that is funny as fuck.
Why is it funny?
No, because like, why? Like, and who is he, fam? And like, the way he speaks is funny as well. Like, this is the people. Like, there was a Ross interview, yeah. Listen, yeah, I speak to quite a few, like 18, 19, like my fingers on the pulse of the culture, okay? So, like I know what they're on, innit? And it's like, wow. It's like, and that is what's happening. Like, no, JPEG Mafia. Like, do you know how off-center that is?
Yeah. That's
to like what makes you think that JPEG Mafia wants to be at Cambridge?
So then why do you think he went?
I don't know.
There must have been something in it for him, other than just a bag.
Do you think they paid him?
Well, so you don't think they paid him at all?
I don't think they paid him.
I think they paid him.
You think they paid him?
I think they paid him. For him to come all the way
Not
there and
fam.
speak, definitely. Because they've requested him. It's not like he's gone, I really want to speak at Cambridge.
At one of the most respected universities.
Yeah, but
in
my point is, I
England.
don't think he sought that out. He definitely didn't seek out going to Cambridge.
Yeah, but what makes
100%.
you think it's about a bag?
I don't. That's what I'm saying. I actually said, I don't think it's about the bag. I think they paid him. That was the video, innit? I definitely think they paid him, but I don't think it's about a bag. I think it's more, but that's why it's more a question of, okay, I wonder what it is that made him want to go there in the first place.
That's why I said.
Why when they approached him and they said, oh, do you want to speak? Can you speak here? Because they definitely approached him. There's no way he sought out speaking to Cambridge.
So is my question. Who is that dude?
Yeah.
Who is that dude?
Who do you think that dude is?
I don't know. I just saw him on 2 things, and I was like, "What?" And this is a kid as well, because like
He's young. He's got to be young.
I just focus my mind and in understanding that like
Interviewer.
I'm a different age. Like if I was 18 probably, and I saw that, I would have been like, "Yeah, that's sick."
Yeah.
But like I'm me all the time.
Okay.
And it's like, I know who I am, so who is that dude?
I know who I am, so who is that dude? What does that even mean?
No, because like I would want to also do that.
Okay.
I would want to also do that.
Well,
Actually, to be fair, no, like that's a low-key lie, because like at 18,
what do you mean
I
do
didn't-
something
I didn't
like
give
that?
I didn't give a fuck, but right now I do want to do stuff like that. Like at 18, I didn't like. I don't know what I cared about, but I just know that I didn't care about artists talking.
Like that, yeah.
Yeah, until like I was like 20.
It's interesting because especially in an institution like that, it's like it would be interesting to know what that kid studies.
Yeah, exactly.
And what he does.
Now we're getting somewhere, because I'm trying to have fun. So like, no, who is that? No, like I said, who is that dude? No, because he has to do something.
Mm-hmm.
Like is he trying to build something there? Because okay, wait, let me give a cap. There's this one dude that I was speaking to a little bit back when, innit? Kind of mentoring him, like literally. There's not exactly a nice way to say this, but he didn't know anything. Like normal stuff.
What do you mean?
Normal stuff that I just kind of did at 18, 19, 20. He didn't understand.
Wait,
Like
what?
it blew his mind.
Like an example. What's an example?
Me getting a job and then getting my brother a job. I did that at 18.
Okay.
I got us both a job, a summer job.
Mm.
Normal settings. Back at uni, I got a job straight away. Like it was normal. Like there's just certain things that are normal.
Oh,
to
what?
me.
And to him, getting a job was like this really.
No. Like making money to me is normal, and to him making money wasn't normal. Like it's not like it's not a subject that like is just so easily spoken about. I don't know how to explain it, because like it was just different. Like and to be someone like, because obviously he wanted to do something similar to what that kid is doing there at Cambridge, and I told him this is the way that you do it. And
oh, so you're speaking to him about it? Okay, interesting.
And obviously, like me saying something and somebody executing is two completely different things. So I do it. Like it's easy for me to do. Like what the fuck, fam? Anyways, Yeah, so I just want to know, like, you have to be just a different mind to want to do that, because it's not just getting a speaker, it's getting JPEG Mafia. Like, what a juxtaposition. Does JPEG Mafia scream white high society institution?
No, but it makes sense because of how much of his audience, and someone even asked him that question, and it's like,
I don't
like
know.
you're asking that question about it being like, how do you feel about your audience being largely white and, you know, like
That was so
middle
dead.
class, upper class? Yeah, it was a dead question, but
No, I mean his answer was dead.
his answer was dead.
His answer was dead.
But
Yeah, say what you're gonna say. 'Cause
it's
I'm gonna
like
shut him afterwards.
no, it's it makes sense as to what, like, that's probably the first thing that would come to my head if I asked why would they necessarily want him there? Because as much as it's like, you like, obviously in terms of a cultural aspect or like an artistic aspect, it's interesting to sort of bring that dialogue to an institution like that. But I think there is a large element that a lot of people there.
They didn't speak about fuck all.
Yeah, they didn't really.
So I don't know what he was bringing. He didn't bring anything. What was he bringing?
It was mainly because it was mainly.
What was
yeah.
the difference? Was it?
Well,
What was even
that's
the difference?
well, that's why I do.
That's why I
think
don't like
it's
when
largely,
kids talk, fam.
That's
But
why.
even though like JPEG Mafia is like 30. Yeah.
That's why I think it's largely because they're just fans of his, isn't it? They're just fans. There's just loads of fans probably that are there, you know, into that edgy, off kilter hip hop. You know, on the fringes.
To be honest. Okay, well, that's good JPEG Mafia conversation. I feel it coming.
Okay, what you gotta say? You gotta to get off your chest.
No, first of all, like
Your whole chest.
When rappers say that, obviously, it's because like
Say what?
Like it's because they like the money. Like
Say what?
what did he say again? He said something. I don't care about who you are. I just want to rock out. Sort
Yeah.
of thing. Like it's like he's not to be fair, he's not exactly making music.
What do you mean?
He's not making music.
What do you mean?
What his music is, what the sounds he's creating isn't.
So what would you
music.
call it?
It's a thing. It's sound experimentation. It's an audio experience.
Interesting.
Okay, tell me the favorite meaning of your favorite JPEG Mafia song.
Do you know? I don't really listen to him like that. I've listened to some of his tunes. I'm not like a massive fan, but I just find it interesting how, because we have this debate all the time. It's like the line between what's music and what's not. And I remember you calling Sheck West's music meme music. Because you said, at first you said it wasn't music. And then when you said, okay, it's music, but it's meme music. So does that same situation apply to JPEG Mafia?
JPEG Mafia is an audio experience. You know, I was listening to
Okay.
I was listening to
This guy.
I was listening to
What?
Mozart's Lacrimosa. Do you know that?
No.
Do you know Benedictus? Okay, so
I listen to much
Mozart made
classical. I'm not gonna lie.
this thing called Requiem.
Mm-hmm.
You know what Requiem? Okay, so in Requiem it has certain different songs, and in the climax, there's a couple of songs. So like you got Lacrimosa, and you got Benedictus, and in both the songs they sound like JPEG Mafia songs.
Serious.
In the way that they are structured. Only in the way that they're structured, because what Mozart did with the orchestra and what JPEG Mafia is doing with Fruity Loops or whatever he's using is totally different. But when when the lyrics come in, they are very poignant, and this is a lot of what I think about when I make music in my mind. It's like, how much of what you are making, or how much of what you are saying is meaningful. As in, like, how much meaning does the word that you say have when it comes out your mouth? So then, like, obviously, if you want to call what JPEG Mafia does music, every single word he says has to have a meaning behind, like, meaning. Like, what meaning does JPEG Mafia have? Because a lot of his things are quite politically charged, and there's a distinction in his music audio experience thing that he does, where it's like he says things somewhat, and like, not to mention.
Well, that's why people like it, isn't it? It's because it's weird.
Mention, all my heroes are cornballs. A lot of people didn't really like that. They just liked how
weird it was.
How weird Veteran was.
Okay.
Like, what's my favorite song on Veteran again? Because, like, it's actually, I actually like it. Like, it's not, it's one of those things I will actually go back to. Wait, let me actually find this. Because, do you actually listen to JPEG Mafia?
No.
Rotted.
That was like, yeah, I didn't really even share it for that. It was more from just an artistic perspective.
From an artistic man, like, not
Yeah.
okay. First of all, like,
that was the main reason why I shared that chat anyway.
I'm getting this weird sensation where, like, I don't want to hear from kids no more.
What do you mean, kids? When you say what, under 40 years old?
I've like under 23. I want to hear about what you're learning, but I don't want to hear about what you think about the thesis. Like, it's weird.
I don't think that's weird.
It's weird.
It makes sense.
Like,
because if
like,
you've got
'cause
all
when
your
I was
own
listening-
if you've got all your own ideas and you know you're older than people who are that age.
when I was no, because I've got my own ideas and they are more structured than a lot of people my age as well.
Yeah, but I get that. But you also have an understanding that they've lived just as much life as you, or near enough just as much life as you. So there may or may not be things or discussions you can have and things that you can glean from it, from what they're saying. Or that the discussion you'll have, you have more of a leveled understanding between each other.
Let me see if it's this. No, it's not this. I think it is I think it's DD Form 214 or Rock and Roll is Dead or something. Oh my gosh, fam. It's one of the but like, when you think on the scale of Jesus, innit? Yeah. So when I think about Jesus, right? Mm-hmm. And it's experiments in similar ways, right? Yeah. Because this is where me and Mr. Mafia agree a lot. Cause and I've been having this conversation a lot this week. Like,
I think that was what made me share it, because he started talking about Kanye.
Because
he started talking about Kanye.
When you deep how different Kanye is, and it's like, he's not just different, he's like at the highest level when he's being different.
Yeah.
And the most socially acceptable level as well. So we gave the people 3 great albums they understood, and then that was the last time we did that. Like, he just said, yeah, so now that you guys trust me, I'm gonna go
nuts.
away. And like, I'm gonna ross everything up and continually like changes his sound. Even though there's like quite different sounds in
all of them,
in college dropout, late registration, and
Freshie,
graduation.
yeah.
Like what he does in the following 3 or 4. Wait, it's 808, Jesus, My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, TLOP, Kids See Ghosts, Life of Pablo Daytona, and Jesus is King. I don't count Ye.
You don't count Ye? You didn't like Ye?
Ye didn't even have him, in my opinion.
Really?
Yeah. He made an album in 2 weeks. It's not even an album. It's an audio experience. Anyways. No, because I kind of like the thought behind Mr. Mafia's work, right? But then it's like, what Kanye done is like, he made great different work. Cause it's like, it's not like I don't
Versatile.
like experimentation. It's that,
but if that's
when
all
you're
you've
experimenting and it's like people don't like it, it's like, or people don't understand you. It's like, are you trying to not be understood? Like, cause you know how people or artists love to say like, I'm misunderstood and all of this stuff. It's like, are you trying to not be understood? Like, because I know one of the ways that people understand me is through my work. Like, if I write a really good article, people are gonna say, oh, I get you. If I write, like, I wrote my book, it's what? Boop, 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 boop. People get me. Like, I've wrote a really good article about being humble, and it's like, because I'm not who I am, but I'm not in the way that people want me to be, and I make it make sense, and that's what people want. It's like, it's not like people want.
I feel like
to not
I
understand
feel like
someone else.
sometimes I think it depends. I think
think-
people glean meaning from different things. I don't think it's that he hasn't got anything to say. I just think the
I
way
didn't
he
say that.
delivers
I
it.
didn't say
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
I didn't say that. I'm
but-
not gonna say another
But
artist
I
have
think
anything to say.
I think the way he's trying to deliver it.
I'm
is
not
his
even
own
speaking about JPEG Mafia
vision.
no more. I'm
Oh, you're
speaking
speaking in
about
general.
experimentation in general. Like,
Well, you got to ground it because
who is like?
I'm like-
wait. Sometimes experimentation is like, switching up your flow. Like, sometimes experimentation is that. Sometimes experimentation is like using no hi-hats. Like, sometimes experimentation is using a guitar as percussion. But it's like, are you trying to be different for the sake of being different? Because I know that I am different to my core. And like, I am tired and I don't care about like people not getting it. Like,
okay.
and I'm okay with that. But my work, people understand. And I don't make work so that people don't understand it. And people can't respect it. And people dislike it. Like, it's not... Like, my work is going to be great product as well as great art. It's like... Yeah. Like, yeah, like, I know I'm mad different. It's weird. It's like to the point where it's like, sometimes you just get tired of like, when you like, I don't know whether this happens to anybody else, yeah, but I'm like, to a new person I'm speaking to, I'm different. Like,
What do you
it's
mean?
gonna-
What
it's
you
go-
tell them before you?
yeah,
when you first
no,
meet them?
I brace people into it. Like, I'm different. Like, I'm just really, really different than everybody else. And then they question it. And I'm like, it's all right, it's okay. But just so much as like you understand that what I'm saying is like I'm not trying to be facetious or like a dick about anything, but it's just like, just know. And then obviously it's like they want to test what is different about you until they understand it's like, yeah, you're different. Like it's, or well, that is what happens to me. It's like, anyways, yeah, that's just what happens. And it's like, I'm at the point of my life where it's like, my difference is me personally. I'm just a different type of human being, but I'm in a human being society. In the Quran or in the Bible, it says you follow the rules of the land. And sometimes there's a rule to art. And the thing is, when you're great at a certain art form, that's when you bend it. But some people start an art form and do weird shit automatically. And it's like, whoa. You haven't even got to the fundamentals, mate.
Okay, I feel you.
And yeah.
I feel you. I get what you're saying with that.
Yeah.
Like, because then the experimentation feels foundationless.
Yeah.
It feels like icing without cake.
It will be because like just my life experience has been different. So when I write a book about my life experience, it's gonna be an experiment upon what and different to what anybody else has like read or seen before, right? I don't need to do any extras, fam. I promise you, I'm not trying to be different, fam. I am not trying to be any more different or difficult than I know I already am, because like I'm comfortable in that. But a lot of people, and I'm not saying this is about anybody in particular that we've named, but like a lot of people are trying to force the difference. Like sometimes you're relatable, fam. Like sometimes you're a relatable nigga, man. Like people might actually like you if you just be yourself. And it's like, no, because it's like curses. It's like, what are you doing, fam? People are gonna like you for you. You don't need to do extras. But yeah,
it's funny, isn't it?
that's my rant. Yeah,
Mazzoline.
I was like, wait, do you think about that? Like, I don't know.
What, people not being themselves?
No, I'm not. I'm
experimentation.
I'm speaking about everything that I said. Because it's like...
Yeah, well, you had several points then.
I'm speaking about experimentation.
Yeah, experimentation, being yourself.
Understanding the fundamentals.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course I do. Like, we've had chats about fundamentals endlessly.
Stop. Oh, fam. People without fundamentals irk me. Like, even when you're having an argument with someone and it's like they use a logical fallacy, I automatically say this person doesn't know how to have a discourse. Because the discourse automatically turns into an argument because they're either being facetious or blockading themselves or using a straw man that's like, this is the topic. We're not going to veer off this. This is what we're speaking about. And that's why I don't have arguments with people, because I understand this is what we're talking about. If it's going to be an argument, yeah. And I exit because like people don't like it when I shout. So I'm not going to have somebody argue with
do that to you, yeah. It's weird, isn't it? It's funny how humans do that. Well, I guess it's a pride thing. Well, it obviously is a pride thing, isn't it?
But no, like experimentation and that. What are you saying though?
Experimentation?
How much do you experiment?
As much as is necessary. I think I used to be more experimental than I am nowadays. But like even with me, I couldn't experiment beyond the point that I couldn't make sense of something or I couldn't encapsulate that in an idea. You know what I mean? Like an idea that I find relatable.
Yeah. And don't get me wrong, sometimes niggas just be trying some shit.
Yeah, and maybe that's the idea. Maybe that's fine. Yeah.
And that is totally different than like.
But even at
going
that
off
point,
kilter
you still
into
want it to
weirdo
make
shit.
sense. You still want it to make sense as part of an idea. Like you might have a whole song, or like you might have like this art piece
fam.
where you just done some certain thing because you was like, oh, that might just look cool. Yeah,
exactly.
But you're not doing it to be like, oh, I'm going to do this because I'm experimenting.
Yeah. Like
the idea of experimenting as opposed to experimenting.
Yeah, no, like I can.
Because is that what you're basically saying?
Yeah, like I don't want to lose myself in my experiment and then like just end up a different thing. Because now I can't explain it. It's like how am I gonna explain? I was just trying some shit and it came out like this.
Yeah, and
it's like, let me just go back to JPEG.
This is gonna be a deep one, mate.
JPEG Raffy. Okay, so what else did JPEG Raffy say again?
No, well, he spoke about Kanye. He spoke about
and then he
experimenting, and then towards there, because he spoke about his process. He spoke
about
his time
process?
in the army. Well,
I remember him talking.
Because he's primarily a beat maker, isn't it? That's why I think that's a lot of the reason why his production's so flashy, because that's where he started. He says he treats them both as seriously as everything else. But he's primarily a producer. And he didn't actually, and that's the thing, and I know what you mean by saying he didn't really say anything, because he didn't really go into anything, like, in terms of that. To be fair, the platform isn't really, like, it's not for that. Like, it's like you haven't got enough time. No, but he hasn't really got time. He could have said more. He definitely could have said something.
If you're an orator,
yeah,
which is my point. If you're an orator, you can say a lot, fam. Like, James Baldwin has my favorite speech to have ever happened on this soil ever. Like, and yeah, he was the best. It's near enough my favorite speech ever.
Okay.
So it's like,
but how does that? Okay. Well, I don't know what you mean into the context of what we were saying.
No, but it's like 10 minutes.
Okay, that's what I said. Okay, yeah.
It's like 10 minutes or something like that. It's not long. It's like you can really say some shit, like, and like Farrakhan as well. Like he really like the reason I like a lot of the people from the 60s and like the civil rights era, because James Baldwin's from there then as well, innit? They like really say some shit. Like they're really on crud when it comes to speaking. They are just they dominate. Like they are. These guys are the best ant in the face of adversity. Like I'm thinking, like when nobody understands you, and you decide to speak for 300 years or something, or 350 years, and when you speak then, it still hits 50 years later or 70 years later. That's ridiculous, fam. That is nuts. No, it's like, and this is why I like a lot of the soul songs, and like we talk about higher and classics and all of this stuff. It's like, do you know, like there is a different level when it comes to like people that care. Like, because that's really all it is. It's like when they have the care for it, they're really going for it. And yeah, like, and that's why I like Farrakhan when he was at Donahue, when like him and Donahue were like having a discussion. Like all of these people were berating him, but his ease in just the way he was like answering everybody's questions, and like his comfortability in his own character and understanding himself, and knowing that even though what he was saying was different, it had distinction and it mattered. So he stuck to it. And that's why I was like, and that is why I like I like watching certain things like that. Like when someone's like super different. Like this is what I used to do back in 2016, 2017. Like when I was even more, or should I say, even less understood than I am now. Like I had to watch them because like I knew that if I don't learn how to speak, I'm gonna lose it. Like anyways. But you said that you liked or you heard what Farrakhan said on the JLX album, innit? What'd you like about that, or not like about that, or heard about it? Because I don't like, yeah.
Well, it was just the way it was the energy of the way he came in on the track. He was like, I can't remember exactly what he said verbatim, but he was like, "No scared Negroes," and like coming in under the. I can't remember exactly what he said. What came. But it was just
he was like
the context of what he was saying with like Jay's bars, like especially when he's sort of speaking on the whole NFL thing, like
yeah,
you know what I mean,
yeah,
like in the whole host of it, you know what I mean, like that song was just like for me so well like, put together.
Okay,
like,
so
because I can't remember what he said at the beginning. What does he say at the beginning of
on the beginning? Song? Like there's a beginning speech, the first actual song, or not the first song, the first speech, and then there's the first song where it's like Ghost to Soldier Slim.
This is a tune.
This is like a banger. Anyways, if you couldn't tell from my seamless transition, we're speaking about J Electronica's album right now.
Damn, do you know what? It's not even that, because he says that and then the beat drops and it's like, yo, the energy on it is just serious.
Literally. Okay, so first of all, this is the first project that J Electronica is on fully, right? And two, this is not a J Electronica album to me. The J in J Electronica stands for Jay-Z. Because Jay-Z played center, he played two guard, and he played the spot shooter all at once, so that J Elect can be the PG in this. Because really, and Jay-Z went in on that track, right? But the way J Elect, like, just on the distinction tip as well, it's like when you come, fam, it's like, how do you even explain this? It's like, you haven't spoke in ages, and this is the first words that you're going to say on an album, and
on record.
That is different. So yeah, like, when J Electronica comes in, on that Ghost of Soldier Slims, like he said, if it comes from me or Hove, consider it Quran. If it comes from any of those, consider it Haram. I was just like, what the fuck is he talking about? Like, what the? Oh, man. That is my, but like, because obviously, this album is like, how do you explain it? It's like, let me say how I explain it to someone else, because it's like this black African power 5%er Nation of Islam type Nubian prince, it's all of that shit, innit? It's like, it's different,
the whole nine.
And like, I don't understand if people don't like it, but the reason I like it is because it's saying that. It's because like it's entertaining. Like what we were saying before, like they were saying something that is already not like what people want to hear, but the delivery is just
so like. But that's the thing. That was what's so like, you know what I mean, nuts about it. Like, it's just like in your face. Like
and Jay-Z's rap performance on Flux Capacitor, I was just like he went over and beyond. Like when I say over, like when he really ate that tune. Like, it's so hard. It's so different. Like, I need to get out the lyrics. I actually need to get out the lyrics. What did you think?
Like
about
right
it?
now.
Like right now.
No, it's hard. Like, do you know what I liked about, like, just with a lot of the beats, yeah, on this, it's like you can hear how rough it is and how
I think it's unmastered.
I don't know if it's unmastered, but I think whatever they've done in terms of the mix, it's like everything was just for impact.
Oh wait, yeah,
know?
unmixed. That's what I meant. So.
Everything felt like it was the impact of it, you know, like the energy as opposed to it being glitzy or, you know, feeling polished or whatever. Like even there's some points when the mix on their vocals just sounds completely different. And the levels almost sound a bit different. There's sometimes when Jay Electronica just sounds like he's really out front on the record. And it's like, yo. But that's what I mean, like just in general, it's like the energy is just it's nuts.
BK Posse.
Spit those bars, son.
Okay. No, he said, yeah, you know I'm full-time tripping. Crib look like Zaha D did it. No, he different. I was like, what the fuck is he talking about? No. He's not allowed. Like,
That's hilarious.
no, see, because obviously, this is the thing. Like, my personal cheat code is if you can put in the art with the delivery, and then like the culture all in one, you got me. Like, and you got a great sample underneath it as well. It's like, okay, all you need is a little bit of drums and that's it. Like, and that's why I love Westside Gun so much, because he talks about the art and then he talks about the juxtaposition and talks about the culture all in one, innit? But this guy says, yeah, you know I'm full-time tripping. The crib look like Zaha D did it. No, he different. No, and it's even because obviously that's a tongue twister right there, right?
Yeah.
But the way he said, no, I have to actually play it because like I can't get it right, but I need to get it right. Wait,
What is it?
this is where I would need.
Jesus, we need to plug it in.
Yeah. Maybe anyway. Give me a second. Anyway.
Put that shit forward.
Okay. I was just like,
Mate,
why?
Jay-Z.
No, why does he have to be that good? Because I was literally just saying, was it yesterday? No, because like obviously, let me actually give you like the breakdown of what happened in it.
Go in.
Firstly, Lil Uzi was supposed to drop again.
Oh yeah.
So I was full-time, 100% gassed that Love versus the World, or Lil Uzi Vert versus the World 2 was about to drop. I stayed up to 6 o'clock in the morning on Friday, and I woke up again at 9 o'clock in the morning so that I can get it. And then Don Toliver obviously dropped as well.
Oh, I didn't listen to Don Toliver.
We'll get to that album later.
Banger.
It's sick. Anyways.
Oh damn, shit. Is that his debut?
I don't believe so. Like debut. Oh, you talk about major album?
Well, just his debut album. Like with the others mixtapes, I didn't know he had an album or like a full album out. But I don't know. Anyway,
I don't know what they're called anymore, man. They're
It's all the
just
same.
they're just on Spotify, bruv. Let me see if he's got a. Unlike it, yeah, he's under Cactus Jack and Atlantic. Anyways, so I was fully focused on Uzi. I was like, let me listen to Don Toliver. In the meantime, I was like, as soon as I woke up, I was like, I can't listen to Uzi right now. As soon as I wake up, like I knew it was gonna be like up there. So I was like, let me wait till like I'm doing work or something, and then I'll listen to Uzi, innit? So I listened to Don Toliver, then I scrolled on my phone, and then I saw that someone tweeted something about, I saw that Zaha Hadid bar, like someone tweeted that, and I was like, why would Oh, but the person who tweeted it, he's always on some saucy stuff. So like he always tweets about architecture and like funny shit like that. And then he said, and then I saw another tweet about J Electronica album, and I was like, shit, yeah, that's what's happening today. And then I had a really hard decision to make.
What was the hard decision?
Because I knew if I decided to listen to lyricism and it's good, I won't want to not listen to it anymore. So, and here's the thing about Uzi. It's like, he's an actual lyricist, but he doesn't like to rap like that. He likes to break it down into a different way. And if you know about early Uzi stuff, then like, you know that's like he made that active decision. So, yeah. So I was just like, damn. If I listen to this J Electronica album, because I love Exhibit C and I love Exhibit A, I was like, if I listen to this, it's over for Uzi for the weekend. Like and I listened to Uzi a little bit, like along the way, but the energy wasn't right. Like the energy, as soon as I started listening to J Electronica's and Jay-Z's album, the energy stopped being right. And yeah, so I had to, so I haven't listened to Uzi's second album.
Damn, boy.
It's bad. It's like,
so you know it's
I
good.
know I was gassed for the whole week. As soon as he said that,
He's dropping.
so it wasn't a whole week. It was like half the week.
So were you just trying to give it time before you listen to it?
I don't even know what I'm gonna do anymore. Like, because what Uzi was, Uzi was obviously gonna give the more Uzi stuff on this Love versus the World, right? I didn't care anymore. I was just like, you know what, yeah, he's just gonna take one from the team. And like as someone who's like, yeah, I like, it's too much in my spirit to listen to lyricism. So yeah, I was just like, this is not happening.
No, it's over.
It's not happening. Like, yeah, it's like, and this is the thing. It's like, it's
no, you'll listen to Uzi at some point.
Maybe.
No, you will.
I don't know.
I know you will.
But
My
yeah,
fanboy.
it's like, yeah, I am, and that's the deep thing. It's like, well, when it comes to classical hip hop, which is what I like to call it now, classical hip hop.
Oh, classic cool.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Is that I first fully thought of what I thought you was?
Yeah, same. And it popped up as well. But no, like, yeah. So the J Electronica album is the only album that I can listen to right now. Like, it's absolutely ridiculous. Like, I even tried to give myself some time to not listen to it, but I don't want to not listen to it. It's head and shoulders.
Head and shoulders, knees and toes, bro.
It's the best thing I've listened to all year. It's like, it's, dare I say it, the best album since Daytona dropped.
Dun dun dun.
And
Get the strap.
Like, and I don't even remember any albums that came out last year. The last great album that I know that came out that was on this level like this is Daytona. What album?
I feel you.
What albums came out last year?
Wait, Daytona was 2019.
2018.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah.
What other albums came out last year? We didn't have a strong year for albums last year. At all.
It was a
I wouldn't
strong
be able to
R&B
tell
year.
Literally wouldn't even be able to tell you.
It wasn't a strong hip hop year like some of the previous years were. Like, yeah, so it's, yeah, damn. Is it better than J Hus? Yeah, it's better than J Hus still. is actually nuts. It's nuts. I can't.
Can't even go there.
I don't know.
You can't even go there.
Now, what's your experience with
good.
it?
Nah,
'Cause that's my experience.
I think no, it's not. You know
Wait,
me.
how
I'm like
did you even hear about it?
Twitter, man. Just seeing loads of people.
Who on
talking.
Twitter was talking about it?
Everywhere. You crazy? It was all over.
No, but who was on your Twitter?
Ghost
talking
of
about
Soldier Slim. Just random people. My feed's just full of like producers and shit, and a lot of those people just share takes on it, innit? It's nuts. Like for me, just from a overall production point of view, I just really liked it, and just the energy. Again, I've already said how I feel about it, but yeah, I need another listen, because the way I listen to music, not as in how I feel about it, I think it's a great album, but like the way I listen to music, I have a first listen of. I listen to the project as a whole.
Wait, so how many times have you listened to it?
Only once.
Only once.
Yeah. So I've listened to it once. And then
Once today.
no, once yesterday. I haven't even been able to. I don't really like. You know me. Like I don't like I don't bang music like that. Like in all my between times. It depends. I'll flip and flop back. A lot of the music I listen to is when I'm at work. But this is when I listen to it. But yeah, when I have a second listen through, then I can listen to everything properly. You know, I listen to it as a whole first, and then I listen to what's being said.
Fam.
That is the order in which I listen to shit. But it's a sick album, man.
I just had to listen to it over and over until like I started understanding it, and then now I'm learning the lyrics. Like Flux Capacitor and Ghost of Soldier Slim.
Yeah.
And the intro.
Bangers.
Different levels.
Bangers.
Well, not intro, but like the first speech. The speech. It was like, what did he say again? He said something like a lawyer. After I told you what I was gonna do, I will prove it. Oh my god! No, Farrakhan is just too good of an orator. I can't wait to get to that level. Like, as much banner as I actually have, like, that's included in my oration, if that's a term that I'm allowed to say. But yeah,
Facts.
it's an oration. Yeah, but yeah, what are you saying though? What's next?
Nothing. I don't know. Let me have a little gander. PG Lang. Thingy was. Ali was talking about it yesterday, and I still haven't looked at it.
Electronica decreed, if it comes from yo. I was such a dick. I love my Twitter from.
Well, yeah, you dropped in the whole the Kendrick Lamar PG Lang stuff.
J Electronica is a group.
Huh?
I said J Electronica is a group.
A group?
Yeah.
What do you mean it's a group?
Because J Electronica, the rapper, and that album from J Electronica is two completely different things. That was a 2-person album. That wasn't from one person at all.
His name didn't show up on the album at all either. I don't know if that's just in Spotify.
Yes, well, I don't know.
Because I know he doesn't post any
I just
music
know that J in J Electronica is for Jay-Z. Yeah.
That's funny.
Okay,
That's
so
funny.
yeah, basically the PG Lang thing
I
with
didn't actually
Baby
get to see
Keem.
it.
Let's actually speak about Baby Keem real quickly. Have you listened to any Baby Keem's music?
Nope.
So people are saying Baby Keem's an industry plant.
Baby Keem.
Well, no, you have. You've listened to Orange Soda. It's kind of sounds like Millie Rock, and I don't know, it's like Magnolia,
Oh, okay.
but Baby Keem style, West Coast, because he's Kendrick's cousin or something like that, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, no, you did. You showed me him, actually. You did. You showed me him. Yeah, you played a song or two of his. Go on.
Yeah, man.
Offload.
So yeah, whatever PG Lang is, I don't know. I actually don't know. It's like
Ali was telling me it's like this visual production company or something like that.
but it's the only pictures that Kendrick has with his IG. Like they're all PG Lang stuff, and it's like the logo and stuff, and it's like Kendrick Lamar is dropping something, but we don't know what. What do you think he's dropping?
I don't know. I'll be honest. I've literally the first I heard about it was from Ali.
Fam, speculate.
Speculate.
Yeah.
I think he's gonna start making either movies, music videos, or something like that. I don't know. I feel like in a lot of his music videos, as of recent, especially for Damn, they've been quite a lot more like sort of conceptual and visually stimulating. There's been a lot of like ideas in the visual aspects. Even his production of his shows, I think he's been quite more heavy on that tip. Might start getting into directing and all that shit. I see it. Short films.
Is there any more? It's a podcast, nigga.
I don't know.
Okay.
Maybe design. I don't know. That's the first thing that comes to my
That's
head.
the best.
I see him making
when
music.
you don't know, it's the best thing.
No, but my
get to say
point
whatever you
is,
want.
I know what you're saying, but that's what comes to my head. If like, just those are the first things that come to my head. It's definitely something video based,
So there's no
movie
extras.
based.
No extras. Okay.
What do you mean no
So,
extras?
boom. When you first heard of Kendrick Lamar, did you think of him as a visual artist?
Nope. I saying that. I think there's always been that kind of element in his music videos. I think to a more or less a degree. Like, but no, I haven't really thought of him as a visual artist.
I lying, bruv. Whatever Kendrick Lamar is doing, what is it even going to represent? What does PG Lang even mean?
I don't know.
It's PG language.
PG language. Is that what it means?
Yeah, the lang stands for language, but I don't know what the P and G stand for. But whenever I hear PG, I think about Procter Gamble
Procter Gamble.
or Procter Gallagher, depending on who you know where. But yeah, like
A multimedia creative company, apparently. Who knows?
Like, what's... To be fair, mystery is fun.
Of course it is.
But
Speculation. They're causing speculation.
But I was wow.
What?
I just
Go on,
read a headline
offload.
that said the Arctic Ocean has chlamydia.
Whoa.
Excuse me. But yeah,
The Arctic Ocean.
because we were
has
speaking
chlamydia.
about Kendrick Lamar before. I
Okay.
think it was in the last one about how he hasn't come with anything,
Mm-hmm.
and then suddenly wants to come now with this. So this is the thing about what I was saying before, because like artists are growing, but they're not showing us anything. So now he has to cultivate a whole new fan base around whatever he's doing now. And do you believe that as an artist, Kendrick Lamar is trusted? Like, you know how we said Kanye is trusted because of his first three. Do you think what Kendrick Lamar has offered us is trusted enough, one, to leave for this long period of time, and two, come with a drastically different concept?
I think it makes it more difficult I think it's going to be more difficult for him. I don't he's not going to be able to pull it off. Like, that's the funny thing, because even when you look at what Kanye's done, the amount of effort it took for him to do what he done. But to be fair, it's going in a slightly different direction. It's not like he's going into fashion. So there's probably far less hurdles to be leaping over and climbing over than it was for Kanye.
We need to deep it first of all. Kanye didn't just go into fashion. What he did was he started music,
Mm.
and then he distinguished himself
Yeah.
through great videos and great shows, like epic shows. Like Kanye's music videos were always different and big, and so were his shows. Like everyone that's been to a Kanye show has said it's the best show they've ever been to. Like, he created a company specifically around those individual concepts, and he's actually almost made himself bankrupt because of him needing to execute those concepts the way that they are. So Kanye didn't just come with a visual company like what Kendrick Lamar's doing. And Kendrick is making such a big deal about this company, right? Whereas Kanye just made it and did it. So now, what is this? Is it going to be a company that works with other artists, or is it going to be an in-house thing like Org or ASAP Worldwide? Don't know if you know what Org is.
No, I thought
that's ASAP Rocky's one.
What? That's his multimedia company.
ASAP Worldwide Global Entertainment or something.
Okay, damn. See, I didn't even know that's what that stuff. I saw someone talking
but yeah,
about that.
like that's what helped establish friggin' Playboy Carti, because ASAP Rocky was, I think he was his A&R, but don't or executive producer, but don't quote me on that. But Kanye just did it, and like I feel like we're gonna continue using Kanye as the bar for certain things, because like he just did stuff to a level that was like, oh, it happened.
Unprecedented, yeah.
It happened. Like, oh, like Kanye done something different, fam. That was just it. And what is this guy thinking he's doing?
Yeah.
Because like we can. Anyways, man.
It's a weird one. I know what you mean. I like the sort of catalogue of his work probably doesn't speak to doing something like that.
Fam, and it could have. But why is he only thinking about doing this now?
It would have made more sense to do something like this after another album. But maybe
it would
he's
have
trying
made
to
sense to do
it.
this alongside another album.
Well, maybe it might still be the case, because when you deep it, he's announced the album, sort of. He hasn't announced the album, he hasn't announced it, but there's been talks about it.
He's promoting a company. He's not announcing an album.
Yeah, he did announce it first, to be fair.
He hasn't said, I'm coming out with an album.
No.
Like, I don't know.
But he said something, hasn't he?
What these niggas think they're doing, but the way that they're doing it isn't the way that we do it anymore. Like, my understanding of the way the world works now is, when you come with one product and people know you for this one thing, you make music, right? They will know you for music. If you want to start painting, your music audience isn't going to be your painting audience. You have to wipe your mind clean, even of anybody that you think will accept your work, and start from the bottom again. Which is why I structure the way I work like I work now. People know me for writing. People know me for fashion. People know me for what else? People know me for
chatting.
People know me for, well, they know me for chatting, yeah. They know me for production.
Okay.
And they know me for apps and technology and all of that music stuff. There's literally people around the world. Fashion? Yeah.
You did say fashion.
There's people around the world that only know me for fashion. And when I told them I write a book, it's like, oh yeah, and it's not. And I don't talk to those people about my book because it was never meant for them in the first place. Because I understand the distinction between everybody that likes what you've done there isn't going to like what you've done over there. And you have to be mindful and careful of what you deliver to the audience.
Wait 2 seconds. Ah! Blood. You alright? Anyway, sorry.
Beloved!
Look, you look like you bleeding.
Oh, shit.
Is that water or blood?
It's water, fam.
I was like, what?
That's a bit
It looks red.
It's fine. It's on pink, bro.
I know, but it was like the specific. You know what I mean?
That's dead.
It's gonna dry. What are you crying about?
It's on camera.
True.
Drip.
The continuity is off.
It don't matter. Anyways, what are we saying? Oh yeah, your fan over here is not conscious of the shit that you're doing over there, and they didn't ask you to do that shit. Nobody asked you to experiment. What do these artists think that they're doing nowadays? Seriously.
Whatever they want.
No, what do artists think that they are, fam?
What the fuck do you mean by that?
What do they think that they are?
I don't know.
What do they think that they're put on this earth for? No, because you're them, innit?
No, but when you're saying that in the context of like, why are they doing stuff that's not coinciding with what?
No, I'm saying who in the earth do artists think that they are? And maybe you might know. Cause I don't like what.
That's a weird question.
What
man.
People are doing, I do not relate to. It's like,
okay, but that's what I'm saying. You're talking into the context
when I'm talking about the Renaissance, there's a specific thesis that word uses, and then there's an ethos behind the thesis that makes everything make sense for everybody. See, because this is the thing. When people steal my words and start saying it to sound cute, it's like it shits everything up. And I can't be responsible for all of these artists talking about they are Renaissance men and women, but they are not cognizant of all the other things that are at play. Because like, as much as you're a Renaissance person, business is business at the end of the day. And if you're saying that you want to sell something, then
you need to do it the right way.
You need a product. Because if someone came to you for paper towels, and then you said, we don't sell paper towels anymore, we sell baby wipes, but they want paper towels, what are you gonna? What's gonna happen?
They're not gonna buy them.
Okay, what if?
They might buy them.
What if
because if it's someone who they've trusted to deliver them a certain product.
Did they say that? Did they say, oh, we think you should change the baby wipes?
Well, no, that's not what they would have said.
Did your customer base tell you to change?
No.
Okay then. Gosh, darn it. You want to be difficult with everything.
Damn. Devil's advocate, fam.
Fam, I hate the devil.
I know you do.
Shame the devil.
That's why I'm the advocate.
That's we shame the devil where I'm from. If someone told you, no, and then not only did you change what you are selling, but you also changed the price because it's more expensive for you to buy. So now it's more expensive for them to buy. But nigga, what the fuck is you doing, man? We were cool with the paper towels, bro. But you're giving them paper towels. No, but I'm a Renaissance man. This is what I'm doing now. So what Renaissance? Do you know who Galileo is?
Yes.
Do you know what Galileo did?
Not off time. I just know he's an artist.
And an engineer, among other things. But he did all of them at once. And dedicated his life to the things that he decided to do all at once. And be the best at. Like, who's another cool Renaissance man? Who's another one?
Da Vinci.
Da Vinci. Yeah, he's the OG one. What did Da Vinci do again?
He drew, painted.
Oh my god.
He was an engineer as well, though.
This
was an
nigga's got
engineer,
no
so-
information off dome, bro.
Nope.
At least
That's me.
At least do your Googles, man.
Nah, because Google holds up the process. You get me?
That's why.
Google holds up the process.
Nah, anyways.
No, go on, give us some insight, man. Stop shaming people.
Shaming.
Come through.
I'm not shaming
Go on, Mr.
anyone.
All-seeing eye.
I'm not the all-seeing eye.
You might as well be, bruv. The way you're talking, fam.
No, this is not about the way I'm
I'm
talking.
joking. Anyway, just go on, man. Just say what you're gonna
This-
say. Because you're asking me what he's done. Like you know off dome.
I'm not. No. This is a 1-2, fam.
It's a 1-2. I get it. But don't come at me when you didn't even say it yourself because you asked me.
I will take a round and tag him. Basically, I'm coming at him. Take a round and tag him. Basically, I'm coming at him.
Okay. I hate you.
Okay. So for everybody that's like, kind of stuck, it's really hard to like in one podcast like kind of break down what this Renaissance period is, but the one thing that everybody needs to know is that you need to be great. You can't just be kind of okay. You need to be great, especially at one thing. No, it's not even just great. You need to be exceptional, because it's not just about creating art. It's about creating great products.
Mm-hmm.
We aren't just artists anymore. We are all producers because we work in a marketplace. And if there's a part of you that doesn't want to work for money, but wants money to come to you, then you need to structure that differently. However, there isn't a time or place or a distinction in this life whereby you decide you're not going to be in the marketplace. Because regardless, one, you still need to make money, because people like when you're dignified. Need to make a lot of money, to be fair. And when I say a lot of money, I mean like money enough for freedom. So like in the UK, that's around like 60, 70k after taxes.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's not extravagant at all. Like if you're making 90k, that's like extraordinary in the world. If you're making over 110, you're like in the top of the world. Then
It's funny that, isn't it?
when you have the freedom to move freely and do whatever you want, you're able to lift up everybody else and do exceptional things. That being said, Kendrick Lamar is exceptional at rapping.
Mm-hmm.
This is the thing. But nobody knows him for
The multimedia stuff.
everything else.
Mm.
Which is where the Renaissance thing comes in. So people know me for a lot of things, but when you decide to make one of your things a production, you need to be great at that production. Let me not say it like that. Your delivery method of that product has to be great. And obviously Kendrick Lamar's company can end up being great, but what I'm saying is nobody knows him for that. But if people knew Kendrick Lamar from Kendrick Lamar EP, it would be a different story.
Yeah.
People would be more excited about it, because then Kendrick Lamar is offering opportunities to other artists, but nobody really knows that's what he's doing. So he hasn't brought us along on the journey, and that is the different level, which is the marketing. This is the PR stuff that comes around being an artist, because at the end of the day, in this renaissance, it's not just about being a creator. You make a piece of work and a salesman, and you give it to a company or a person, and you say, this is the work that I've got for you to buy. It's about marketing, it's about sales, it's about strategy, it's about all of that stuff. And your mind has to be open enough to accept every single part of that dynamic for your particular field.
Mm-hmm.
Now, this is the thing. Not everybody is suitable for like being or like holding more than one type of thing in their mind. Maybe you can just be an exceptional rapper, like Eminem, and he's got a great company built around that. And he still offers a lot of people jobs around that. And then he still puts a lot of people on, i.e. Slaughterhouse, i.e. Griselda. Mm-hmm. Like that happened because he was himself in rapping. Because it was more than exceptional. He was world renowned as the best. So when he says, I'm going to help other rappers who are the best, then it changes a situation. Mm-hmm. And the vehicle that he made for lyricists or for his lyricism can aid somebody else in their lyricism and promoting their lyricism. Mm. But this is the thing, like, all of what I'm saying costs money.
Which
like,
he has loads of.
No, I'm saying like what I am saying.
Okay.
What the thing that people need to understand now as a 21, 23-year-old, it costs a lot of money to get. Like, this thought process costs so much money and so much time. I've spent so much of my time since I discovered that artists were not respected, coming up with an understanding of how to get us respected. Mm-hmm. But anyway, that's all I have to say on that. What's the next topic? Is there even a next topic?
There's a few. West and West. That comes after that.
Oh. Do you even want to talk about that, fam?
I don't know. I'm not gonna even have much to say on that, to be honest.
You're just bored, fam.
I'm bored.
I had to carry you on my back.
Yeah, it's one of those episodes, fam. You know.
Thank you. This has been the Culture and Camaraderie podcast. I am Damilare of the Medici, the big bumper club playboy himself, coming at you live from Sway, Tempo, Sway, Tempo. Here, relax era for all your production needs. What else do I have to say to y'all? Peace, blessings, salutations. It's been the Culture and Camaraderie podcast. See you next week.